As we contemplate the mystery of the saints, the mystery of heaven, it indeed is a mystery. And many people, from young and old alike, will ask me and have asked me often, what will it be like? What will heaven be like? Will I be able to see my family members? Will there be ice cream in heaven? You can guess who's asking those questions. Most of the answers to these questions require faith to understand. Except the whole fact that, of course, there's ice cream in heaven. It wouldn't be heaven if there wasn't ice cream there. But seriously, heaven is what we all aspire to. It is the goal that's sown into all of our souls, all of our very beings, from that first moment of our existence. It's the purpose we exist. A lot of people struggle and go through their whole lives. What's my meaning? What's my purpose? This is it. Heaven. But what is it? This is a very important question to know the answer to if we are to understand both where we are going and how to get there. Just as if you were to plan a family vacation and the kids all get in the car, you get everything packed and say, okay, Mom and Dad, where are we going? And you say, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? We're going on vacation somewhere, but I have no idea where. And that's some people's view of heaven. It's out there. The car's packed perhaps with good intentions, but no direction. Heaven, most simply stated, most easily defined for us, is God. Most specifically, being with God. Heaven is much less a place than an existence, a state of being. St. John tells us in our second reading today that even though we don't fully grasp it now, when it is revealed, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. St. John also having a vision of heaven and tried to record this in human words in the book of Revelation, speaks of the multitudes of those gathered around the throne of the Lord, who are united, proclaiming the blessing, the glory, wisdom, thanksgiving, honor, power, and might from God forever. Which, to try to visualize this is difficult. To put in concrete, physical, human terms is not easy. So an example that I've often used is that of a bicycle rim. In the center, you have the hub, which all the spokes connect to and form the structure of the wheel. All the spokes are related inasmuch as they are connected to the hub. Both to the center, to the hub, but also to each other. And always through that main point, through that center connection. And so this analogy provides us a brief insight into heaven. We are all united to God, those who are saints in heaven, most perfectly, inasmuch as we are connected to the center, the hub, as it were, who is God. Will your loved ones be in heaven? Inasmuch as they are connected to God, or were in this life, and committed themselves to follow him, then yes. Will you see them in heaven? Inasmuch as you are connected to God, connected to the hub, then yes, you will see them in heaven. But more than that, will all at once see and recognize all the souls in heaven through this great relationship, always with God as our mutual center, our mutual focus. Today, on the Feast of All Saints, we as a church celebrate those men, women, and children who enjoy the heavenly beatitude that we were created for. They have achieved the goal, the destiny that all of us have. And the church sets them up as examples for us to aspire to in our own lives, to be like them. Unlike the image of a bicycle wheel, though, very much two-dimensional, we are connected in some sort of way to that center hub as well here and now in our own participation in the church, here on earth, through our own relationship with God that we celebrate here now, especially in Holy Communion, as we become one with communion, one with God, one with all the faithful, both here on earth and in heaven. Furthermore, tomorrow we call to mind our prayers for those who have left this world in their journey to the next. The church suffering, those in purgatory who are joined to the hub but awaiting full participation into the divine life, awaiting that purification necessary from their sins and their attachment to sin to gloriously enter into the kingdom of heaven. This threefold reality of the church triumphant in heaven, the church suffering in purgatory, and the church militant here on earth, reveals to us the deep and complex reality that exists in our own relationship with Christ, and the need always to purify and refine our lives and motives so as to more freely adhere to that hub, to God, with greater and greater strength until the day we do see him as he is, and no longer will faith be required to believe, for our eyes will see and know. The countless multitude of saints that have gone before us stand as a testament to how we, as saints in the making, can overcome all kinds of adversity, spiritual, emotional, physical, societal. And we can achieve faith's goal, which is salvation, which is heaven. We celebrate them today, but also we venerate their witness and ask God for the grace to more perfectly imitate them in our own lives and have what they have, happiness that never ends. But we can't accept the false notion that everyone just goes to heaven just because they're alive, or just because they were baptized, or just because they mark the checkbox on their list and receive the sacraments. Heaven is indeed our purpose for existing, and it is our goal. But it is by no means guaranteed. It is an invitation. God is inviting us, and we must respond. We can't talk about heaven and not recognize the existence of hell. Jesus never did, nor shall we. But we need not despair either. For if we follow Christ, if we are united to his church and respond to that invitation to follow him, then heaven is something very possible, very achievable for us all. Christ gives us the roadmap of how to get there in our gospel today and the Beatitudes. We will see God and inherit the heavenly kingdom when we are ready to love God as he loved us, to become poor and meek, merciful, to hunger and thirst for righteousness, when we mourn those who we love and we are persecuted and insulted because of our love of God and love of neighbor. And perhaps above all, when we have a clean heart, purified from all that is not God, then we will have been adequately prepared to traverse from this life of the church militant through the life of the church suffering in purgatory into the glory of the church triumphant in heaven. On this Feast of All Saints, as we commemorate and call to mind all the saints, let us do that exactly, and let the saints help you in this journey. We are not alone. It's a reminder that we're not alone. Anybody who comes to church and looks around should never feel they're alone. We're all in this journey together. Most churches, including this one, was designed to look like a ship that's turned upside down. The hull of a ship, because we're on a journey towards a destination, very specific destination. And the church indeed is our vessel in which we will accomplish that goal. And the saints are here with us today. And so call upon them. Call upon your confirmation saint. Call upon your patron saints. Call upon Saint Joseph, the patron of the church. All the saints, but especially the greatest of all saints, our Blessed Mother. And ask for her intercession daily, that we, like her, might be with her Son forever in heaven. Our Lady, Queen of all saints, pray for us.